It started with a photograph that didn't seem important. A group of friends stood under warm evening lights, smiling at the camera. Metadata later confirmed it was taken at 8:42 p.m. on June 14th, 2019, during a birthday gathering on a rooftop. Nothing unusual stood out. 6 people in the foreground, drinks in hand, the city skyline behind them. But weeks later, while scrolling through old photos, someone noticed something that didn't fit. In the background, partially obscured by a beam, stood a man. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't part of the group. No one remembered him being there. At first, it felt like a coincidence, maybe a stranger who wandered into frame. Then another photo surfaced. Different event, different date, different people. Same man, standing further back, near a doorway, angled away from the camera, but unmistakable. Same posture, same stillness. Once they started looking, the realization became unavoidable. He hadn't just appeared twice. He had been in every photo, every event, every gathering. If no one invited him, how was he always there? The group began reviewing years of images stored across phones, cameras, and social media. Birthdays, dinners, casual meetups, moments documented without thought. Slowly, a pattern emerged. He was always in the background, near exits, behind furniture, at the edge of the frame. Never central, never interacting, never acknowledged. The earliest confirmed appearance dated back to March 3rd, 2017, a housewarming party. He stood outside, visible through a glass door, watching. At the time, no one noticed. No one questioned it, because nothing about him seemed urgent. Until they saw him again and again, the realization unfolded one image at a time. He wasn't appearing. He was placing himself there deliberately. They compiled every photo 20, then 30, then nearly 50. Side-by-side comparisons confirmed it was the same man. Same height, same lean build, same neutral clothing. Facial analysis showed consistent features, a narrow jawline, deep-set eyes, a slight asymmetry in his eyebrow. Across different lighting and angles, the match held. More unsettling was his positioning. He understood camera angles, anticipating where people would stand, placing himself just within view, close enough to be captured, far enough to go unnoticed. It wasn't random. It was practice. Metadata revealed something deeper. The events were scattered different locations, different hosts, no shared guest lists. Yet he appeared every time. In some cases, he moved within a single event, appearing in multiple photos taken minutes apart. In others, he appeared only once perfectly placed, then gone. Security footage from one venue showed him arriving alone, entering quietly, staying near walls, avoiding attention. Each time someone raised a phone, he adjusted his position to ensure he would be in the frame. It wasn't about attending. It was about being recorded. When investigators got involved, facial recognition eventually produced a lead. He had no major criminal record, only minor complaints, trespassing, lingering where he didn't belong. Previously dismissed incidents now formed a pattern. Further analysis revealed he had done this before across different groups and locations, using the same method. Blend in, stay peripheral, appear in photos, disappear. He targeted environments where people constantly documented their lives. The motive became clear during a search of his residence. Hundreds of images were stored and categorized by individual. In many, he appeared in the background. He had been building a visual history, embedding himself into people's lives through photographs. Over time, those images created the illusion of familiarity, of connection. If questioned, the photo suggested he had always been there. It was a slow manipulation of perception, turning repeated presence into implied belonging. The case ended without physical harm, but its impact lingered. The individuals revisited their memories, realizing how easily someone had existed within their lives unnoticed. Their photos, once simple records, now carried unease. The man's actions were classified as target intrusion, and legal measures stopped his behavior. But the deeper question remained. How much do we really see in the moments we capture? Photos are treated as truth, as evidence of who was there. Yet this case showed how easily that truth can be shaped. For years, across dozens of images, in moments that felt private and real, he was there, never invited, never acknowledged, never remembered until it was impossible to ignore. And by then, he had already made himself part of the story. He was never invited, but he was always there,